Despite my hate for this game, we got to march. We got to move. Tonight's about a hell of a lot of early season progress. Again, especially because I have to end tonight's stream early. I got a planned freaking, I forget if it was a power outage or an internet outage, but regardless, not going to be able to stream in a couple of hours. So let's march on. The very first offseason here, 2011 player retirements. Juwan Howard, Kurt Thomas, Jerry Stackhouse, Theo Ratliff, Grant Hill, Derek Fisher, Ben Wallace. Oh, Benjamin. What could have been? Jamal McGlure is gone. And then a bunch of filler. In terms of retirements, Ben Wallace is number 3 for Detroit. And Grant Hill's number 33 for Detroit. Planned power outage. That feels very Maine. Damn right. Got to do that upkeep. Historic changes. A full change for the Washington Wizards. A full change for the New York Knicks. League meetings, obviously no rules will change. That brings us to the first draft lottery of this head-to-head. Again, I have nothing to root for. Actually, that's a lie. I don't have my own pick to root for. That belongs to the Clippers. Fucking kill me. But I do have Utah and Memphis's picks potentially in the running at 14 and 10, while Chat's Raptors have a 4.3% chance with the 7th pick at moving up. Let's see how the lottery pans out. The 14th overall pick belongs, surprisingly, to the Memphis Grizzlies. And they will maintain the pick. So I will not be getting that selection. Galeno, probably, yeah. But the Houston Rockets is there. I actually think it's an internet outage, not a power outage. So there's literally nothing I can do anyway. The Rockets with the 13th overall. The Wiz will maintain the 12th overall. I should have stayed on YouTube. Maybe. We got time. I got a little over 2 hours left before I'm going to stop early just in case. So, Portland, the 11th overall pick, too. He's going to win the lottery, and it belongs to the Clippers. Hey, TK, fuck off, man. Fuck off. Let me have something nice for once. The Utah Jazz land the 10th overall pick. Why did they ever turn away from purple? Idiots. That's not even their worst rebranding. The 9th overall pick belongs to the Sacramento Kings. The 8th overall selection belongs to the Milwaukee Bucks. Here we go. Moment of truth for Chat. The projected 7th overall pick for Chat's Raptors goes to... Why do I bother with this fucking challenge? Why do I bother? This game fucking hates me and adores Chat. Adores them. And my picks moved into the top 3, and I don't even fucking have it this year. Unless I do. I might. I don't know. There might have been protections on it. I'm not sure. Maybe I do have my pick. We'll see what happens. The 4th overall pick belongs to the New Jersey Nets, so I'm intrigued to see what the hell happens here. What's going to happen here? Oh, we're inherently adorable. Can't play in the game. Fuck you. The 3rd overall pick belongs to the Toronto Raptors. So you guys move up from 7 to 3. Still, that's not bad to get a top 3 pick this year. Timberwolves and Bobcats. I don't even want to win this lottery. Don't. Oh, if I keep this pick, that means I have to draft... Of course! The one fucking lottery I'm gonna win, and it's for Kyrie dumbass fucking Irving. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't want him! I don't fucking want him! The guy's a fucking moron! He can dribble a basketball much better than me, and has more money than I'll ever have, but he's a fucking idiot. I don't want him. fuck, you don't have to take him. But he's probably the best player in the class. Probably. By the game's logic, at least. Oh my god, I finally win a lottery, and it's for projected #1 pick Kyrie Irving's dumbass. This game, even when I win, I lose. Even when I win, I lose. This is unbelievable. This is ungoddamn believable. The Minnesota Timberwolves have the first overall pick. Chat's Raptors will select at 3 and 28. I need to hope Kawhi's better. I need to hope. We go to the 2011 NBA draft. I finally get a first overall pick. No trade offers, so I have to make it. Please don't let Kyrie be like the outright best player in the draft. Okay, thank God. He might not be the outright best player. I'm definitely taking Kawhi. Fuck off. What's his potential listed at? Starter All-NBA? Starter Hall of Fame! Oh, thank God. Oh, thank you, NBA gods. I don't have to... Even I'm not that desperate. Even I'm not that desperate to win an era as to rely upon Kyrie Irving. Shout out to Snipe for the 63 months. Snipe, how the hell are you, buddy? I hope you're well. Just to take a look at who else is in this draft, I think you guys should take Jimmer. But you do have Kyrie, Kemba Walker, Isaiah Thomas, shooting guards, Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler, Brandon Knight, Marshawn Brooks. At forward, you don't have to worry about Kawhi, don't worry. Marcus Morris, Bojan Bogdanovic, Chandler Parsons. Top power forwards, Nikola Mirotic, Kenneth Faried, Markieff Morris, Tobias Harris. And the top centers, Valanciunas, Savage, Tristan Thompson. Oh, there you go, Bismack Biyombo. Perfect. Thank God I don't... God, yes. Well, with the first overall pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves, my Minnesota Timberwolves, will select Kawhi Leonard and his weird fucking laugh. Welcome in, Kawhi. Welcome in. Dude, Kawhi and Kevin Love. Not a bad way to start. Not a bad way to start. With the... I know, A-Greens, I finally didn't lose one. With the second overall pick, the Charlotte Bobcats select Kyrie Irving. Have fun. Have fun with that. And Chat's Raptors have the third overall pick. You do have to make the selection. Again, a reminder of your team. You got Brandon Jennings at point guard. DeMar and OJ Mayo at shooting guard. Forward is just Sam Young. Power forward, Boris Diaw, Reggie Evans. Center, Andrew Bogut. So, let's see what you guys are looking at here. I mean, both Thompson and Butler listed as shooting guard. But both can play forward. Those are pretty much the only two serious names that I'm seeing listed. Okay, well, it's going to go to a vote then. It's going to go to a vote. I mean, there's been like 2 Valanciunas references, but not nearly enough to even put it on the list. All right, well, here we go. Who's it going to be, chat? Is it going to be Klay Thompson? Is it going to be Jimmy Butler? Or will it be Jonas Valanciunas? What do you think? Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Valanciunas listed at starter all-star. Klay, bench to all-NBA. Jimmy Butler, bench to all-NBA. So, Klay and Butler are both pretty damn similar. Valanciunas is seen as a bit more of a sure thing, but doesn't have the same ceiling. We'll see what you guys think. Finally, after all this time, I finally won a lottery, and the fear of having to draft Kyrie Irving ruined the moment for me. It's Pretty straightforward who chat wants. Say hello to your newest Toronto Raptor, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is the pick. The next pick of ours is way down the road, but I do want to see how this plays out. New Jersey at 4, take Marcus Morris. Detroit at 5, Tristan Thompson. Cleveland at 6, Brandon Knight. Phoenix at 7, take Jonas Valanciunas. Milwaukee at 8, Reggie Jackson. Sacramento at 9, Kemba Walker. Utah at 10, Alec Burks. Portland at 11, Nikola Vucevic. The Washington Wizards at 12, Enes Kanter. Houston at 13, Jordan Hamilton. Memphis at 14, Klay Thompson on his way to Memphis. The New York Knicks at 15 take Donatas Montaiunas, my favorite Lithuanian. Philadelphia at 16 take Bismack Biyombo. Golden State at 17, Nikola Mirotic. The Hornets at 18, Markieff Morris. Atlanta at 19, Bojan Bogdanovic. Pacers at 20, Kenneth Faried. Spurs at 21, Marshawn Brooks. Celtics at 22, Jan Vesely. Jan. The Mavericks at 23, Tobias Harris. The Nuggets at 24, Derek Williams. The Thunder at 25. We finally see a pick trade. Yeah, Darth, I'm still pretty... I'm not salty about Chris Paul getting injured. I'm salty about the fucking coaching minutes being glitched to fuck. I might have won that game had I had it at 7, but we'll never know. And it is what it is. 25th overall for Steve. Dude, Steve Nash is going to Oklahoma City. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. So Phoenix ends up taking Chandler Parsons. The Magic at 26, Iman Shumpert. The Nets at 27, Steve Murray, and that brings up Chad again at pick number 28. No trade offers, so you do have to make the pick. You need a backup point guard. I mean, Isaiah Thomas is there, Jimmer Fredette. We deny the rebrand when it happens, yes. But there you see the top players left. It was a great way to end that era. Well, you think that. All right, well. For chat, will you go with the probably stronger pick of Isaiah Thomas, or will you go with the meme pick of Jimmer Fredette? I mean, come on, Jimmer's there. Stan Bonner strictly for the name. I should go back and put him on the list. You might be able to get him in the second round, Sam. Sam, by the way, how'd the fantasy week finish up? I never accept offers or even want to play fantasy sports, and then I just see the way you guys meme on Twitter, and I'm like, that's fun. Especially when you just dunk on Rich all the time. It's a good time. It looks like Isaiah Thomas will be the selection. Terrible, I lost. Fair. Today was this past week was a really freaking weird week in terms of the results anyway. It's been a really weird start to the NFL season. You guys missed extra points. Rich still won't even know he missed one. There you go. It's just been a really weird NFL season. It's like, hey, Sam Darnold can kind of throw a football again. Stuff like that. It's made it interesting. But Isaiah Thomas heading to Toronto. And with that, that is our draft over and done with. So again, I take Kawhi Leonard first overall over Kyrie Irving because The Earth's not fucking flat, you fucking idiot. As chat ends up with Jimmy Butler, 3rd overall. All right. Your rookie signing. So Butler right now is showing up as a 73 at 21 years old. B-plus potential. It can get better. And Isaiah Thomas at a 71, 22 years old, and a C-minus. I imagine he'll get better. And then for myself, Kawhi was the only pick. Apparently only a C-plus. That better fucking get better. Jesus Christ. But I'm still happy with it. He'll still have plenty of playing time. Team and player options. Do I even want to keep Wesley Johnson? I guess I do. I'm going to keep those 3, obviously. For chat, Jennings, DeRozan. You do have an option here. I don't think you'd get much for Sam Young. But you could... Now, Barbosa's staying regardless. You could pick up the option on OJ Mayo for the express purpose of trading him. Because it's not a signing, right? So you should be allowed to flip him pretty quickly. Sam Young, I mean, that's just way too much money to give up for someone that's probably not going to have much trade value. Any disagreement about keeping OJ Mayo, given that you guys are probably going to trade him? Doesn't appear so. Perfect. All right. Carmelo Anthony is opting out with the Nuggets, though. Okay. Oh, dude, I'm sure Irving has like an A- potential out of the gates. I'm sure. Qualifying offer to Corey Brewer. Sure. I'll probably end up bringing him back. So for the moratorium period, both of our teams are over the cap, so we can only focus on players with bird rights. You have nobody to worry about. I have nobody to worry about. So there's not much we can do immediately. Pretty much no reason to keep Reggie Evans and no reason to keep any of those guys for you, right? Because all it is a cap hold. So easy enough, let those guys go and then see if you actually have some money to spend in free agency once the 3-day period is over. For myself, it's only a cap hold for Brewer, but I don't have the bird years, so I'm going to let go of him. Yeah, I'm going to let go of all these guys. It'd be funny if Kyrie's development curve was flat. Well done. Well done. All right. So the Raptors still have no money. Still over the cap. I apparently have $13 million to spend, which is not enough to go after anybody that I'm going to want here. So neither of us will be spending any money. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. We'll see how free agency plays out. We'll see. Carmelo Anthony actually did go back to the Nuggets. Fair enough. Most players went back to their teams. J.R. Smith is with the Bucks, but yeah. Okay. Not much change. See where Iguodala ends up, maybe. In terms of player progression for you guys, Jennings by 1, DeRozan by 2, +1 for Diaw, +5 for Ed Davis. Not bad for him. +3 for Greg Patterson and +1 for Wes Roberts. For my Timberwolves, Love up by 2. Martell Webster went up by 7. +1 for Johnny Flynn, a +6 for Wes Johnson, and a +3 for Kufos. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens then here heading into this next season. The 2012 NBA Draft is up next. Where's our boy? Where's our boy? Oh my God, our boy doesn't have one yet. Well, we're going to have to go for the hoops, I think. So the Breezy won't go for Huff's hoops. I mean, they're pretty consistent. All right, hoops, I'm trusting you here. I'm trusting you. Don't fail me now. In regards to this class not missing anybody, please don't fail me now. In terms of the preseason power rankings, It has Chat's Raptors pretty high up there. My Timberwolves pretty high up there. Raptors at 20. Timberwolves are 10th. How the hell do you figure? Freaking Kevin Love and his band of merry men. What the hell? In terms of the big board, Anthony Davis, Bradley Beal, Draymond Green, Andre Drummond, Damian Lillard, and numerous others in this draft. So we will see how this plays out. We will. So, again, a look at the rosters now. Quickly into Season 2. Chat has Brandon Jennings and Isaiah Thomas at point guard. Shooting guards DeMar DeRozan, OJ Mayo, Leandro Barbosa, and Jimmy Butler. At forward, Daryl Kelly and Anthony Reeves, 2 filler players. Power forwards, Boris Diaw, Amir Johnson, and a filler player. At center, Andrew Bogut, Ed Davis, and Greg Patterson. That is the current situation with your team. In terms of the block, the common shouts were OJ Mayo, Leandro Barbosa, Amir Johnson, honestly, Boris Diaw as well. And then Bogut was also mentioned a ton. Let me know if you'd change anything. Obviously, certain untouchables could be mentioned. Let me know if you'd change anything. And again, draft picks this year, you have your own first and second. That is currently it. So, let me know if you change anything. Your rotation. Brad Nelson is the head coach. Looks like this. Jennings, DeRozan, Mayo, Diaw, and Bogut. Davis as the 6th man. Barbosa, Johnson, and Butler all guaranteed time currently. That is the current setup. For my Timberwolves, it is Luke Ridnour, Johnny Flynn, and Jason Williams. Shooting guards, Martell Webster, Wayne Ellington, and Willie Green. At forward, Michael Beasley, Wes Johnson, and Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi better end up with better potential. Jesus Christ. Power forwards, Kevin Love, Anthony Tolliver. I was going to say Kevin Tolliver and Anthony Love. And Joe Smith was randomly signed. And at center, Kostas Koufos and Darko Milicic. Okay. What does my team end up looking like here? Don Nelson was brought in. Hot dog. No wonder why my frickin' power ranking spot was so high. We replaced Kurt Rambis with Don Nelson. Holy hell. Time for me to go for it because I have an amazing coach. Ridnour, Webster. Kawhi is actually starting at forward already. That is awesome. Kevin Love and Darko. Oh, Don. 69 me, Don. 69 me. That one's for the wrestling fans out there. No one else will understand it, and that's okay. So Kevin Love's on the Untouchables list, for sure. Johnny Flynn's going to be on the Untouchables list. Wayne Ellington as well. Koufos I want to keep. And I kind of want to keep Michael Beasley, too. So, Luke Ridnour, you can go. Wayne Ellington, you can go. Martell Webster's obviously staying. Wes Johnson. But man, Kawhi. I need to make sure the Kawhi has room to play. You know what? Michael Beasley is going to the block. And so is Wes Johnson. And then probably Darko. Mills, it's a hell of a song, isn't it? Well, there is one immediate proposed nuke out there from Razor. We can always throw it to a vote again. I'm not going to go over what you guys could get, because we saw it last year. You pretty much know what you could get in terms of quality right now. If you were to vote nuke, you're using the fucking nuke. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So, I don't know. We'll see what you guys think. Is that the direction that you want to go? Is that the direction? Wait, no. Perfect nuclear security vote. No. Okay. Doesn't look like Razor. Doesn't look like Razor has the support here then for the immediate nuke. Fair enough. All right. This sums up. This song summed up my thoughts on last night. To be honest, let's see what happens. Do I have my own first this year? Take Darko out for a minute. I do not have my first this year, obviously, because I kept the other one. I got the Jazz and the Grizz. 2012 draft. Really only the, I mean, well, not quite the big two, but there's the big two. Martell Webster's potential, it's not bad. All right. We advance. Already in season number 2. Derek Jeter. Jesus Christ, the Timberwolves 5-0. Whew. 5-0 already for Minnesota. I don't think that'll sustain itself, but Kevin Love's going off. I don't know why. I don't think chat would want to take that, to be honest. Trading your 2013 pick from San Antonio and OJ Mayo for Andre Blatch. Given that Blatch is a 25-year-old power forward, 80 overall. And then Mayo, 26B minus 79. I don't think chat wants to take that. Shouldn't you have Ricky Rubio? Probably. But I don't. Yes, there we go. Not that I... Well, actually, Ridnour's my backup point guard. First round pick in 2013, lottery protected, and Zaza Pachulia for Luke Ridnour. I have no problem getting rid of my backup point guard for a future first. I mean, I want to make sure that Johnny Flynn's the starter anyway. So I'm going to take that. Ridnour is a great backup point guard to have, but I don't want him cutting into Johnny Flynn's time. So that is a done deal for me with the Atlanta Hawks. And I will immediately put Zaza on the block. That should mean even more minutes for Johnny Flynn, and it does. I do currently have an injury to Kevin Love, which isn't great, but it's day to day. 2 Gavin picks last time didn't help. It did, though. As Razor mentioned, you guys were dead in the water if Crash Andrews did not lead you to said water to drink said water. Crash absolutely led the charge on Tack Nuke to build up the team and go for it. I had that title won. The only team that could have beaten me was you guys, and you wouldn't have got there if you weren't led to water on the Tack Nuke. Chat will obviously look at accepting this deal. It is Boris Diaw to the Pacers for a 2014 first and veteran James Posey. So the Diaw acquisition to flip worked out really well, as Boris is gone. And that doesn't really leave anybody else to actually add to the block at this point. I mean, unless you think you could get something like Greg Patterson. But wow, the Heat are 8-8. What the hell? Raptors at 9-8. Timberwolves at 13-2. Damn. Crash was our Moses. He was. He really was. Timberwolves Johnson for Jarrett Jack in a second. Don't necessarily want to get rid of Wes Johnson. And Jarrett Jack would be a decent backup point guard, which I do kind of need. Jason Williams is old as hell. But I don't want someone who can cut into Johnny Flynn's time. I'm trying to have this be a reality where Johnny Flynn might actually become something. We'll see what's up. You could, yeah. For me, Darko Milicic in a second for Channing Frye. Channing's 28. It would give me a better backup power forward rather than Tolliver. I would be getting rid of Darko at center, but then I already have Zaza. I'm honestly going to take this. Darko Milicic and a second-round pick to OKC for Channing Frye. That is a done deal for me as well. Yeah, I got Kawhi as my sixth man now. Channing Frye in the 7 spot. That's not bad. That is not bad, and that should allow me. I'm going to redo my trade block here. If I can get something for Wayne Ellington, I probably should. If I can move on from Wes Johnson and Michael Beasley, I probably should. If I can flip Tolliver or Channing Frye, for that matter, I probably should. That's my game plan there. Beasley and Tolliver for Lamar Odom in a first rounder in 2015. That accomplishes my goal of getting rid of Beasley. He's due up for a big contract, and I just drafted Kawhi. Problem is, I really don't want Lamar Odom. I really don't want Lamar Odom. Then again, getting him out of Los Angeles might essentially save the guy's life. And it's a first rounder. I got to do it. Odom has just as much value as Beasley. That's a done deal. That is a done deal. Michael Beasley is going to be on his way to LA with Anthony Tolliver for Lamar Odom and a future first round pick. And that is going to move Odom straight to my trade block because I need Kawhi to have as much playing time out of the gates as possible. But if I can flip Zaza, I will. Okay. Timberwolves might be on pace to make the playoffs this year. We'll see what happens. It's going to be closer than I expected for season 2, but that's the power of Kevin Love. Lamar Odom in a first to the Pistons for Charlie Villanueva. He's 27. Problem is, I did just bring in Channing Frye, too. That'd be an even better backup in that position. I'm going to say no to that, though. As much as I'd like to get rid of Lamar, I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to say no. I need to sign a scrub to fill out my roster. There we go. So we got my Timberwolves at 23-12. Chat's Raptors at 16-20. About a month out from the trade deadline here. We'll see what's up. There's no reason for you guys to take that, but it would be funny. Andrew Bogut in a second for Elton Brand. Again, Bogut's 27, Brand's 32. He's an old man at this point. There'd be no reason for you guys to take that. Also, Brand's more expensive. So, no reason to take that. All right, Raptors, I mean, you guys are on the cusp of a playoff spot. You're 9th in the conference. You're on the cusp. And then right as I say that, 3 losses in a row. See what happens. Especially once we get closer to that deadline. DeMar and Roberts for Paul Millsap. And Williams, I can't imagine you guys would want to take this for Paul Millsap. I mean, as it is, I mean, granted, you don't have a power forward, but then you'd be banking on OJ Mayo. Well, hold on a second. So you do have Jimmy Butler at shooting guard, right? DeMar is 22, 84 overall, A- potential. Millsap's 26 at an 84. If you wanted to try to get more emphasis on Jimmy Butler to be the starter and to get a power forward into the system, it wouldn't be the worst deal in the world. But the question is, how tied to DeMar are you? Looks like no is still going to win out. That's fair. We only trade DeRozan for Kawhi. Really? I know the reference. You only trade DeRozan for Kawhi, huh? I'd be willing to listen to that. I'd be willing to listen to that. Oh, goodness. You guys get a trade offer for OJ Mayo, but there's no reason to take it. Kirk Heinrich isn't great, so it's just not a good offer. For the Timberwolves, hello. That's what I've been waiting for. Wesley Johnson, who's ideally now my third string forward, to Atlanta for Hilton Armstrong. He's not supposed to be 23, is he? There's no way Hilton Armstrong's supposed to be 23. There's no way. Right? Actually, maybe the math checks out. But a future first rounder from Atlanta. I'm going to take this. I need Wes Johnson out of there to not conflict with Kawhi. So Wesley Johnson off to Atlanta for Hilton Armstrong and a 2016 first rounder from the Hawks. Make an offer for tomorrow. Why would I? You make an offer to me, bitch. Let me just double check Hilton Armstrong's birthday. I don't know why, but for some reason that just doesn't sound right to me. Aha, I knew it. He's 4 years younger than he should be. I knew it. I don't mind making him older because he's not a veteran, or he's not around, like, a building block for me, for lack of a better term. So I'm going to try to immediately flip him. Got the Smelly on the 15 months. My favorite Smelly wrestling geek. Not named Crash Andrews, of course. Yeah, I see. I still got to get rid of Lamar Odom. Give us Kawhi. Give you Kawhi. No. You want to try to earn him, feel free. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Lamar Odom for Ron Artest and Luke Walton. That is a terrible deal for me, though. Oh, that's terrible. Because of the cap hits to Artest and Walton. Terrible deal. Terrible deal. I need to get Kawhi in that starting position, but I can't do it. That's just way too much money. Way too much. When is the deadline here? There it is. Well, at the trade deadline, my Timberwolves are 5th in the West with a 36-17 record. Chat's Raptors are 9th in the East at 21-31. As Chat still has a lot of players it was looking to move on from. Again, Jennings, Thomas, DeRozan, Mayo, Barbosa's deals are up. I mean, is it the worst time to nuke to try and rebuild? Not necessarily. But the question is that the direction Chat's going to go? There's a lot of chatter from Chat about what it would take for me to give up Kawhi Leonard. I will literally show you what my proposed deal would be. All right? I would show you what my proposed deal would be, and then we can talk about it a little bit, right? We can talk about it. I'm all right with talking about it. I'm all right with talking about it. I'd be all right with talking about it. I will talk to you about it. Right? And Utah's pretty shit. So, chat, here's my proposal. If you want Kawhi, I am willing to do that deal. It involves DeMar DeRozan. It involves clearing out, and hear me out here. Hear me out, because you don't even know what I'm doing for you here. You don't even know the favor I'm doing for you here. Right? So hear me out. This would clear out space for Jimmy Butler to become your top shooting guard and to further develop. That would clear out space for Kawhi Leonard to be your starting forward and to be able to develop. I'd take on your trash at shooting guard, a little bit of trash at center for cap purposes, but both these guys are on one-year deals. And I'd give you 2 first-round picks. You know what? I'll sweeten it. I'll give you 3 first-round picks. I'll give you 3. That's my offer. That's my offer. If you want Kawhi for DeMar, I'll give you some draft picks. I'll clear out your shooting guard issues so that Jimmy Butler can be the starter. I'll go right ahead. This guarantees, pretty much guarantees. At Ellington, it might be dumb. But this guarantees that you end up with Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard in starting positions. Sky, we're in year 2. What's DeMar's contract? He has 1 year left, but he'll have an option. You want Kawhi, that's my price. That's my price. If you want Kawhi, that's my price. I'm willing to give you some draft picks in the deal. But that's my price. Crash, how long did you make the poll? What's the matter with you? It didn't need to be longer than like 2. What's the actual year? 2011, 2012. Chat. Right now, listed as a deal. We'll see what's up. You were still talking about the deal and ad and shit. Fair enough. Then why not just wait until I was done with all my points and then make it 2 minutes and then hit the button? Thank you for trying to be helpful. But if I end this prematurely, someone's going to be like, oh, the other one would have won. Because I love the chaos. This isn't chaos. This is just bland. There has not been a vote for about... Well, there's one. Okay. Timer's going. Timer's going. $38-25. I'm offering Kawhi Leonard, Wayne Ellington, Hilton Armstrong, and 3 first-round picks for DeMar DeRozan. And I will gladly take on O.J. Mayo and Leandro Barbosa, so you get something for them, as opposed to having to use your nuke on deadline day to actually get something for them. This gives you 3 first-round picks. It would open up Jimmy Butler being the starting shooting guard and Kawhi being the starting forward. What do you think? How much time is left on this fucking poll? Am I even allowed to see that? It's a big enough lead. Any late votes? Any late votes? Doesn't look like it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a done deal. Our first ever trade. Crash, feel free to stop the poll. For some reason, it won't let me. But it's over. I will trade Kawhi Leonard, Wayne Ellington, Hilton Armstrong, and 3 first-round picks to Chats Raptors for DeMar DeRozan, Greg Patterson, O.J. Mayo, and Leandro Barbosa. That is a done deal. And that, chat, brings me to this. Tactical nuke incoming from Minnesota.